Hi, my name is Lotus, or Lotus Cimarral. Today I'm going to be making Saniro characters, like Hello Kitty and such, but in The Sims, just like I did with my Stardew Sims recently. I really like Saniro, and my melody is like my favorite. I absolutely love it so much. Yeah. um but yeah, no, this is like part one of this. I'm going to be doing two parts of making the Saniro characters in The Sims, since I kind of want to make all the popular-esque ones. I'm also going to be doing a few like niche characters, but since there are so many like Saniro characters out there, I obviously can't fit all of them, otherwise that would be pretty long series, and I also would not have the effort to do that, since if I'm gonna be like honest with you, I wouldn't care and I wouldn't want to do it personally. I would just be like, I'd be so drained. I'm like, I don't want to do this at all. I'd be crying a little, actually. But yeah, the first sim Saniro character we're making, if you can't tell by the picture in the bottom right, it's Hello Kitty. I absolutely love how like all of them turned out, but I think that some of them were just like, it did not look like that character at all, and it could just pull off as like a random person. My favorite was my Melody, which is actually pretty fun and cool, and I'm not surprised that she turned out the best because she is my favorite. I have a lot of different plushies and or figurines of her, and oh my god, I love her. So I think she turned out the best. But yeah, I don't really know what to talk about, but there are like two things I had to mention about like Hello Kitty stuff. First of all, I actually did a test, but since this is like my second time recording this, like the voiceover, since the first time, like I was stumbling over my words a lot, and also it glitched a bunch, so I have to redo the voiceover, which kind of sucks, but it's alright. But I did a test before doing that voiceover, so I don't remember the exact results, but I know that the Saniro characters, like, it was just out of the popular, like, the most popular ones. And the one that I actually got was my Melody, so I'm actually pretty, like, wow, you know what, yeah, like, I'm so cool. Like, hell yeah, I got my favorite. The one I was least like, I'm pretty sure, was Pompurin. Pretty sure that's how you say his name. That's the one I'm least like, even though I do love Pompurin. I also wanted to mention that I made all of them females in this, even though I know that not all Saniro characters are like female characters. I made them all females anyways because I hate making male sims. I absolutely despise it, so I'm making them all females, and if you don't like that, I'm sorry, but I can't. I will do anything to avoid making male sims. Anyways, I should talk about the Hello Kitty sim that I am making right now. Well, not right now, but you know what I mean, right? Basically, I was kind of like perplexed of like what outfit I kind of wanted to go for, but I saw those dungarees. I was like, oh my god. Well, first of all, I downloaded these not before I started doing this. I did download some things before doing this, as in like Saniro kind of theme for some characters, but those dungarees I had for a like longer while, and I just think they are so adorable and perfect to go with Hello Kitty. I just absolutely love them, and I also gave her red bow. Unfortunately, I couldn't get one right near her face, but I liked the one at the back a lot better. I also had to give her glasses because I feel like Hello Kitty has glasses, okay? I don't care if she doesn't, because genuinely the photos I have to go off that were down on the side, it is very limited, because when I was making these characters, I generally did not have inspiration. I was going off what I knew that they looked like in my head. So yeah, that's why some of them may not look great, because I generally was just going off what I was like, yeah, no, Hello Kitty looks like this. Anyways, I gave Hello Kitty the warm-hearted, the generous, and also the foodie trait. Hell yeah. I also gave them all the friend of the world trait, aspiration, because I felt like the whole show is kind of like friends are awesome, like, you know, kind of thing, because it's really like a childish kind of show, although a lot of like older people watch it, including myself. I absolutely and like consumed the media for it because it is absolutely adorable and so fun. Like, I absolutely love Saniro and just all the content for it. My favorite thing for it is Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Oh my god, I'm having so much fun with it so far. I've played it a lot. Could probably play it more, but I play The Sims quite a bit, so obviously I'm not playing it to its full extent, but I have played it quite a bit and I'm really enjoying it and I absolutely love it. Yeah. Then I did my melody. I wanted to do my melody first, but I felt like if I did my melody first, it would be like, no, just because she's your favorite doesn't mean you should do her first. Even though I wanted to, I just felt like Hello Kitty should be the one that comes first. Also, after the second part, if there are any other Saniro characters you'd like me to do, like make in The Sims, and I didn't make in either of the parts, then please let me know in one of the comments of either video, and if there's like a bunch that come up that people are like, please make this character or please make this character, then I will make a third part to this, but that's only if there's like 3. So if there's only like one character that is suggested, then I am sorry, but I'm not going to be doing like a whole separate video just for that character. I'm so sorry. But if there are like minimum of 3 characters suggested, then I will make them and I'll make a third part. But I won't be doing like every single character in Saniro. I'm so sorry. Anyways, those pigtails that I gave my melody were absolutely gorgeous and were like so her. And I also found these clips that were like perfect for her because it literally had my melody on it. But then I picked the bunny hat because I was like, well, she's a bunny, so, you know, and I thought it was so perfect. I also gave her like my melody shoes later on, but like heels, which was so cute. And I was also gonna give her that shirt until I found this one, and I was like, okay, that's perfect. Like, that is literally my melody that suits her so well. So yeah, but no, my melody looks amazing, and I love like that I went for like pink everything because, well, she loves pink. And I don't know, it just like, I really like when people do like fully pink like Saniro characters. Maybe I just like pink. Okay, I feel like a lot of girls, not to like stereotype, but I feel like a lot of girls go through that phase where they hate pink at a certain time in their lives, and then later on in life they love pink. Now, I'm not saying that only girls can love pink, because literally my best friend, his favourite colour is pink, and pink isn't even my favourite colour. My favourite colour is green, but pink is my second favourite colour. And it's like, it's not like hot pink, it's this kind of pink that my melody's fully wearing. It's just like beautiful, and I just love it when people make Saniro characters like fully pink. Anyways, the traits I gave my melody was warm-hearted, creative, and whimsical. Obviously, some of the traits are mods. So yeah. Anyways, the third sim I made was Kuromi. A lot of my sims are trust the process kind of thing, where at first it's like, what the hell are you doing? But then, like, at the end you're like, you know what, this is actually amazing and I should have never doubted you. Thank you, I fully agree. But Kuromi is 100% a trust the process, because I do not know what I was doing with her. I was struggling. I was having such a hard time. I was like, I don't know what to do. But I do actually think at certain points that she looked like Bella Swan. You'll see a little bit later on when I like added the hair and was like editing the face again, but she literally looked like Bella Swan. And what's absolutely perfect was when I started making her, I had possibility on. I was listening to music, as I usually do when I'm making sims, and like, you can't hear me because I'm gonna do like a voiceover. I just like you know, I listen to music and I really enjoy it, but like, I had possibility on, and if you don't know what song that is, it's from Twilight, and it's one of the Twilight movies, and it's like, I don't think it's a song like specifically made for Twilight. I also don't remember who made it, but if you're a Twilight fan, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're not, just search it up. Possibility, Spotify or something. Twilight, Possibility Twilight, I don't know. And I had that song on because it's on one of my playlists because I really like it. And I was like, wow, you know what, this is perfect. I also gave Kuromi like dark makeup because it was beautiful and suited her so well. And then oh my god, like, I just did not know what to choose for the hair because there were so many different options that were like, this is Kuromi. But then there were also others and I'm like, no. Anyways, at this point, this is exactly where she looks like Bella Swan. And it's like, what? What the hell? Yeah, and also it was funny because I like, usually when I'm making like a bunch of sims for like a I don't know, episode, video, whatever, on this channel, I usually make them all at once, or I have in the past 2 times that I've done this, and I made like practically all these sims separate. I made Hello Kitty first. I mean, they're all in the order that I did them, of course, but like Hello Kitty I made alone at first because I was desperate to make a sim and I was just about to go to my job and I was rushing trying to make her. I was like, quick, I gotta do this. And it's actually quite funny because there's been several times that before my job I've just been rushing to make a sim, but I always get to work on time, okay? I'm just like speed running making a sim because that's very important to me. But then I made my Melody and Kuromi, and then halfway through making Kuromi, my best friend Jake came round to my house and I was like, okay, look, I gotta finish this, alright? We can hang out in a second, I just gotta do this, alright? This is very important. And he just sat on my bed, watched me while I made it, and it was very funny. I also wanted to give Kuromi piercings, like a lot of like facial and ear piercings that were like dangly and really cute, but unfortunately, for some reason, they were clipping and you could barely see them. I think it's because of the presets I chose for her face and stuff. I don't know what was the problem. No idea, but yeah, I unfortunately had to deal with that. And then I also found this absolutely gorgeous shirt that literally had Kuromi on it, and I thought about going for it, but then I found this shirt and I was like, oh, you know. And I also really wanted to lean into like this whole like very goth style for Kuromi. So I went with the black dress and the black shirt. Even though I wanted to add more purple, I wanted to go like full goth because I love goth, and I just felt like that was so Kuromi. I keep on saying so Kuromi and stuff. It's very silly, but you know, it is Kuromi. So yeah, Kuromi is one of my favorites as well, and I wish she'd turned out a bit better, but I actually do love how she turned out. I don't know, something about her I was just not, I don't know, feeling. Maybe it's just because she looked so bad at the start, maybe, I don't know. Anyways, another thing, oh yeah, I also added those little horns on her head because I know she has like the little pointy ears and stuff. But so I added the little horns on her head and the dangly like pigtail plait things that were absolutely adorable. So that's kind of that. I don't know, but I absolutely love it. It's so cute. And then also I found this like necklace kind of like choker thing that literally has Kuromi on it, so it was perfect. Anyways, the traits that I gave her was shy, macrame, I don't know, and also I literally saw that one a second ago. It's gone. I literally was staring at it so I wouldn't forget it, and then it's gone. I don't know. What was the last trait? I don't know. Well, you know, if you want to find out, you can go back, and if it's a mod, I'm sorry. I don't know. This is actually gonna destroy me. I could literally go back in the video, but I'm not going to. Anyways, the next sim that I made was Pom Pom Purin, which I absolutely love, but apparently I relate least to for some reason. But oh my god, she turned out gorgeous! I absolutely love how they turned out. Oh my god, I was having such a fun time making like all of these sims. Some of them I was struggling and genuinely felt so depressed when making, but it was okay. But the last 4 sims I made like a few days later after, the day after I made my Melody and Kuromi, late at night when I should have been sleeping, but it's okay. I also had a very hard time choosing their hair as I did with Kuromi, because I just didn't know what to go with, because a lot of them was like, yeah, this is awesome. But then I found like the perfect hair, which was that one that was just on screen just then. I did think that one right there was perfect, but I went for that one with the 2 strands out front because it was so cute, and also because I know that they have a beret. I went with something like that, but it has dog ears because they're a dog, I'm pretty sure. So it was like absolutely perfect. I also had no idea what to go with the outfit for like them either, so I had no idea what outfit to go for any of them, to be honest. And then I'm pretty sure I also gave them, no, never mind, I'm tripping. I gave them like yellow kind of eye makeup though, because I don't know, it was kind of cute. I was kind of getting the vibe. I liked it. I also feel like if you squint, it looks like Jake the dog, you know, like from Adventure Time, and not Pom Pom Purin. So that's kind of cool. I am thinking about making more kind of like create a sim of like different characters from my favorite shows. So like for example, I'm gonna be doing an Adventure Time one with Finn, Jake, Bimo, Princess Bubblegum, and Marceline, because they're my favorite characters in it. But I know there's a lot more, so if you want to suggest any characters from Adventure Time that I should do, please suggest them. I also love Simon / the Ice King. I don't know if that's a spoiler or not. I mean, it's been out for several years, but that could be a spoiler to some people that don't know. Yo, it was a prank. It was a prank. I don't know who this Simon guy is. Anyways, but I don't know if I might make him a Simon. But yeah, so I want to do that as well. I also think I might make The Last of Us as well. I was also thinking maybe The Walking Dead, but I have no idea how I'd make any of the characters from The Walking Dead, because I do love The Walking Dead, but I don't know how I'd make any of them in The Sims. But I think I could make The Last of Us ones, like Ellie, Dina, Joel, Abby. I think I could make them in The Sims. So yeah, I might do that as well. If you want to drop any suggestions of any other shows I could do, I'm probably only gonna... Actually no, I'm definitely only gonna be doing like characters from shows that I've actually watched, because I don't really see the appeal of making Sims that from a show that I've never watched in my life, because I would just have no effort. I'm sorry to break the news, but there we go. Anyways, so that was Pom Pom Purin. I think they turned out so well and so cute. I remember one of the traits was adventurous, and that's it. So yeah. Anyways, the next sim I am making is Cinnamon Roll, which I know is an all-time favorite by a lot of Saniro fans. I love Cinnamon Roll, but they're not one of my favorites actually. But I actually did love how their sim turned out, and I did have a lot of custom content for them since they are a very popular character, so there was a lot of CC that I could find. So I think they turned out one of the best as well, probably second to Hello Kitty maybe. The last thing I wanted to talk about for Saniro stuff that I had written down was, this is like a random side note, but it's like one of the things that I remember when I think about Saniro and like Hello Kitty. So basically a few years ago, this is like a random story about me, by the way. But a few years ago when I had COVID, it was the first time I got COVID, and I was so sick. I was like, I'm gonna die, like this is the end for me. And I, like, the first 2 days I genuinely couldn't do anything. I was in bed. Genuinely, that whole first and second day, all I was doing was scrolling on my phone and reading fan fiction. Now, who in their right mind would read fan fiction? Like, I don't do that. I'm practically just outing myself right now. Like, no one's forcing me to out myself like this, but I am. On my YouTube. I'm sorry. But no, like, I totally wasn't reading fanfiction at all. No, and I was just so dead those first 2 days. And then, like, the other days that I had COVID, I was slightly feeling a bit better, but I could just genuinely do nothing. I felt like empty. I was gone. I was I was in another planet, bro. And you know what? I pulled out my laptop, my shitty little laptop at that time, that I mostly used for school, but I also played a lot of video games on there. Because that was the only, like, thing I had at the time. I don't know if that was when I had a PC or not. I don't use my PC anymore because it's gone. It died. So yeah. But I booted up my laptop, went on Roblox, so I was like, you know what? I gotta do something. And, like, I feel like this is the only game I have effort for right now, Roblox, because I just have no effort to play anything else right now. Booted up Roblox, saw this amazing game, Hello Kitty Cafe. Now let's just say that was like the best thing I'd seen in days. I was genuinely close to like falling asleep and not waking up for another 12 hours. And that was like I was seeing the sun for the first time in 20 years, because suddenly I was like, oh my god. And I'll get back to that story in just a quick second, because I do want to comment on Cinnamon Roll before they go away. But I absolutely love how Cinnamon Roll turned out. I was between the Cinnamon Roll like hat and also the pins, but when I put the hat on, the jacket that I chose for them glitched, so I kept the pins. And I also gave them a little band-aid on their nose, which I thought was really cute. And I picked like blue and white shoes, which I'm pretty sure were like cinnamon roll themed, and also leg warmers that were cinnamon roll themed. They literally said cinnamon roll on them, and this cute blue dress. I was very conflicted on what dress or shirt and pants I wanted to go for, because I felt like so many of them fit, but also some of them like were just blue or white, and it was like, this is horrible. So I went for that dress in the end, which I thought actually turned out so cute, and especially with the over jacket thingy. I wanted to go with the puffer jacket, but when I saw the other one, which I'd picked for a few other of my other Sims before, I was like, no, this one works so better. This is so cute and I love it. Anyways, the next Sim is Pochacho, which is one of my favorites, although I don't think they turned out all too great, because I don't know, it looks like a random guy. It just looks like a random guy. But that's okay. That's okay. To be honest, it doesn't just look like a random guy, it looks like a masked lesbian. Now, no complaints there, because like, you know, masked lesbians, they are so hot. What the fuck? Who said that? Who said that? Anyways, so I wanted to go for like really sporty kind of thing for Pochacho, because I was kind of going on their personalities from Hello Kitty Island Adventure. So yeah. And I know that Pochacho is really sporty in that, and I'm pretty sure he is sporty in other things. So yeah, that's what I went for, that kind of vibe. Anyways, back to my little story about Hello Kitty Cafe. I genuinely was addicted to that game, and I played that game throughout the rest of the time I had COVID. Couldn't stop playing, and genuinely made it quite far in the game. I gambled. I don't remember if I actually, no, I didn't have a job during that time, so I didn't actually spend real life money on that game, but I did get a lot of money, like gems, in the game, and then spent a bunch of the gems on just opening like blind box ball things so I could unlock my favorite characters, and was just doing it over and over again. And I was also buying a lot of decoration, and I was just building up my cafe, and I was having so much fun, and I was going crazy because I had COVID, and I have played it since then. I have occasionally gone back to it, and I'm like, oh yes. And even now I yearn for the Hello Kitty Cafe. Yeah, I have to do other things, and each time that I've gone sick since then, I have gone back. I immediately open Hello Kitty Cafe. I drag myself over to my desk and open the game, and that's bad. Another game that I play religiously when I'm sick is Slime Rancher. I don't have Slime Rancher 1, I have Slime Rancher 2, because I used to play Slime Rancher 1 on my brother-in-law's computer when he used to live with us with my sister, because I do actually still live at my parents' house. But you know, I feel like, look, be honest, like, a lot of people are going to be living with their parents for a while because of the bloody, like, housing prices. But, you know, let's not get into that. Anyways, so yeah, Slime Rancher 2 is definitely like a I'm so sick, this is the only thing I can play right now kind of game. Anyways, the last sim I made was Choco Cat. I absolutely love how they turned out. Choco Cat is one of my favorites as well, and that hair was perfect. It was screaming Choco Cat, and it was so beautiful. And I kind of went for a whole detective kind of vibe, and I also gave them glasses, and it was just so cute because I feel like that's kind of their vibe, or at least that's what I got from Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Anyways, so that is the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, please leave a like or a comment. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!